Okay, part 2 of this. Let's get started with Nick Jr. Nick Jr. was launched in 1999 as Noggin. Well, pretty much Noggin is known for having teen and preschool programming. In 2002, Noggin is separated with two blocks, Noggin for preschoolers and for teenagers. Like me! I'm 14 years old, by the way. Noggin was launched in, Noggin. Noggin is known for preschool, and Noggin is known for teenagers and all that. No. Noggin is for preschoolers and it's for teenagers. Silly me. In 2007, the end is moved to a 24/7 channel, which I'll talk about later on, possibly in the next part or so. Anyways, Noggin is in 2009, Noggin was changed to Nick Jr. In 2012, Nick Jr. introduced a new website called The Smart Place to Play for pretty much all the fun little characters going around this colorful little world. And it's so nostalgic. I mean, if you haven't heard of it, please go watch the Wii brand right now. It's super nostalgic. In 2018, they changed the Wii brand, and in 2023, it is pretty cool and all that. And but nowadays, no, Nick Jr. isn't that great. All these shows they produce nowadays are just the same and not even educational for crying in the night. I mean, think of it. Nick Jr. used to have good programming back in the day, but now it's just not educational. That's quite sad. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, now I like to call Nick Jr. the Paw Patrol channel. Why? It's because Nick Jr. now is Paw Patrol 24/7, but people realize they also are constant areas of Peppa Pig and Bubble Guppies. I mean, seriously, people don't know that they're airing both of these shows constantly. People need to know better, honestly. But let's just move on away from that. But talk about a channel dedicated to gays. Wogo. It was founded in 2002, but it is completely different back then. VH1 Mega Hits. It was kind of like MTV Hits, which I'll talk about later on. VH1 Mega Hits is known for having a variety of hits music, but typically rock music. But apparently in 2005, Viacom thought it would be a good idea to change Wogo into VH1 Mega Hits to Wogo, and this is the network targeted to gays. Yep, I'm just as shocked as you are. But apparently, the one reason why is because people are different, but apparently we don't care about gay people. Wow, I bet this video's gonna be age restricted. So let's move on from Wogo and talk about MTV2. It was founded in 1996 and on MTV's 15th anniversary. Anyways, MTV2 was known for producing hip hop and rock music. In 9/11, though, they broadcasted that the bias at the fore out of all songs. In 2005, MTV2 introduces this iconic logo featuring a dog in it, two-headed dog. And now they broadcast some programming such as Sankavision and the most infamous show that made MTV2 successful, especially as mayonnaise, Wonders Knows It. Remember Subway Davis said, "Not racist!" meme? Well, the truth is, these two memes came from Wonder Sozen, and Wonder Sozen came from MTV2. So anyways, nowadays MTV2 is nothing more but just Ink Master reruns. Enough said, let's move on to MTV Classic. I want my MTV. Spot on. MTV Classic was launched in 1998 as VH1 Smooth. In 1999, it changed name to VH1 Classic Rock. In 2000, it changed to VH1 Classic, dedicated to classic music, as Pink Floyd, Metallica, AC/DC. You know the bands. In 2007, VH1 Classic dedicated a rebrand to do some classic music related media. In 2016, VH1 Classic changed the name to MTV Classic in honor of MTV's 45th anniversary. So it turns out VH1 Classic means MTV Classic and MTV2's 20th anniversary. Kind of weird, but not surprising as well. But anyways, MTV Classic is known for broadcasting some All music videos back when MTV used to be called music television. I love it. I love it so much. Recommend watching MTV Classic. It's goated, it's fun, and best part of it, it's nostalgic. Okay, let's move on to BET Sorry. BET is launched 1996's BET on Jazz, dedicated to jazz music. You like jazz? I'm sorry. In 2002, it changed its name to BET Jazz, but it's still targeting the same thing. In 2005, it changed its name to BET J, focused on hip-hop urban music dedicated to African Americans. In 2009, it changed its name to Centric in honor of the the free circle logo. Fun fact: the Centric logo is actually part of my profile picture. Man, I love that logo. If you remember watching this video right now, you know it's my profile picture is a Centric logo for 2009-2014. In fact, the Centric logo must be appear in my profile picture right there. Anyway, Centric is dedicated to music, movies, style, and culture. In 2014, it changed its name to changed its logo to like a seed. I don't think it's better than the 2009 logo, but anyways, it is known as the new network dedicated to African American women. So turns out BET is a channel dedicated to African American men. Anyways, in 2017, it changed its name to BET Her, and as you can say, not a lot of people were happy. And nowadays, BET Her isn't that great, to say the least. But let's simply move on to MTV Live! MTV Live is founded in 2006 as MHD, dedicated to live music videos. In 2008, it changed its name to Paridia, featuring the butterfly logo with the Paridia in it. You know. In 2016, they changed its name to MTV Live, and okay, I forgot the programming. Basically, MHD is known for producing music in high definition. Whoa! In 2018, it's a Paridia, featuring some live music videos, live music channel 24/7. In 2016, they changed its name to MTV Live, but basically it's just the same thing. But nowadays, they just focus on current music videos. MTV Classic and MTV Live are basically best friends at this point. Bravo, my friends. Bravo. Anyways, alright. I hope you guys have a good and solid trip so far. Now let's move on to Nick Music. Nick Music was launched in 2002, but it wasn't dedicated to Nickelodeon since the very beginning. It was initially called MTV Hits. Yeah. It was dedicated to hit music videos around that time. I like to call this channel MTV Live before this day. In 2016 though, in 2012, MTV has a rebrand dedicated to MTV stuff. However, in 2016, MTV has rebranded to Nick Music in honor of, now focused on children's music. And nowadays though, I don't know why they changed the name to Nick Music, but come on, it's Paramount. They gotta change their networks around that time. But, yeah, but Nick Music is, you know. Let's see. Nick Music is a pretty good channel for children's music, you know. Alright, I'll see you in part 3!